Today's story is both heartbreaking and shocking, a tragic reminder of how misunderstandings and unresolved emotions can escalate beyond anyone's expectations. In this video, we'll delve into the story of 5 young friends whose lives were tragically cut short and the harrowing events that followed. Stay tuned as we explore what really happened, the speculations that arose, and the chilling clues left behind. It was an ordinary morning in the Aso community of U State, Nigeria. Mr. Ezekiel, a local resident and father, had not seen his son Emmanuel the day before. Concerned, he decided to stop by Emmanuel's apartment to check on him. What he discovered there would change his life forever. As Mr. Ezekiel stepped into the apartment, he stumbled upon the lifeless body of Noureddin, Emmanuel's close friend, lying still in the corridor. In a panic, Mr. Ezekiel rushed into the bedroom, only to find his 18-year-old son, Emmanuel, and Emmanuel's 16-year-old girlfriend, both unresponsive on the bed. In the living room, Mr. Ezekiel found 2 more of Emmanuel's friends, Samuel and Jeffrey, lying still on the couch. These 2 brothers were the only children of their parents, making the discovery even more heartbreaking. Within minutes, he realized the unimaginable: 5 young lives gone in a single night. As word of the tragedy spread, neighbors and community members gathered outside the apartment, trying to make sense of what had happened. Initial theories emerged, and the community buzzed with speculation. Some people suspected generator fumes, which has tragically been a cause of death in Nigeria in the past. However, this theory didn't add up completely. Emmanuel and his friends had lived in that apartment for some time, and there were no known issues with fumes from a generator. Another theory soon took hold: food. Inside the apartment, a plate of catfish pepper soup was found, seemingly untouched. The community began to suspect that perhaps the food had been poisoned, but no one knew where the meal had come from or who might have wanted to harm these young friends. As the police arrived on the scene, the police quickly began their investigation, gathering clues and examining the scene. However, the families of the deceased, many of whom followed the Muslim faith, requested the immediate release of the bodies for burial. Given the families' wishes, the police agreed, releasing the bodies even as questions remained about the true cause of death. As the families laid their loved ones to rest, the community was left with more questions than answers. The sudden and tragic loss of 5 young lives under one roof had shaken everyone, and the air was thick with tension, grief. Just 3 days after the tragedy, the police received urgent information. A suspect had been identified and tensions were high. Members of the community, fueled by grief and anger, were on the brink of taking justice into their own hands. The alleged suspect? A 16-year-old girl named Aisha Swan. Aisha had once been in a relationship with Emmanuel, the owner of the apartment where the tragedy had occurred. Details of their relationship and breakup were unknown, but rumors circulated that Aisha might have harbored a grudge. Community members shared that she was the one who had prepared the catfish pepper soup found in the apartment, and so many concluded that she must have poisoned the food in an act of revenge. As the investigation continued, more chilling clues began to emerge. On her TikTok page, Aisha had posted several disturbing messages that now took on a dark significance. In one post, she downplayed the idea of relationships, describing them as a source of pain, insecurity, and lies. Even more disturbing was a specific message in which Aisha wrote, "There will definitely be tears in the house or family of anyone who wishes me bad." This message, which might have seemed like an angry teenage rant at the time, now appeared to hint at a more sinister intent. It was possible the police believed that Aisha intended the poisoned meal solely for Emmanuel. But in a tragic twist of fate, his friends and girlfriend had also shared the meal, unknowingly sealing their fates. The clues left on Aisha's social media painted a troubling picture, but questions remained. Despite the mounting evidence, Aisha denied any involvement in the crime. She insisted she was innocent, suggesting that it could have been a mistake in cooking or possibly the actions of an unknown third party. With the investigation still ongoing, it's unclear what truly led to this tragedy. This tragic case has left the community grappling with anger, sadness, and fear. 5 young lives full of potential were lost in a single night. Whatever the investigation reveals, one thing remains certain: No one should have to experience such loss and heartbreak. If you've been impacted by this story, please take a moment to reflect on the importance of empathy and understanding, and let's work to prevent similar tragedies in our own communities. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for updates on this case and other true crime stories. Stay safe and remember to be kind to one another.